All right, so I just wanted to kind of talk about our chicken processing class that's coming up. And really, I like to call it a meat bird class because it's not just about the processing. The class is $75. And for me to justify charging you that much, I personally feel like I really need to deliver a lot of value for that amount of money. And so if I was just to teach you how to kind of kill and butcher a chicken, I don't think I could justify $75. That's kind of a lot of money. Again, that's my opinion. What other people charge is what other people charge. And I always get these little trolls. I just block them. I don't entertain them about the price that I charge. It is what it is. If you don't want to pay that price, you can absolutely learn how to process a chicken for free. I got help for free. But this class is way more than just how to process. And there's way more benefits than just taking the class. There's benefits afterwards. And I'll get to that in just a second. To kind of give you an overview of the class, we are going to go over the history of meat birds and why it matters. If you want to breed your own, I'm going to tell you why you can, why you can't, why you should, why you shouldn't. What's the difference between a grocery store chicken and one of our chickens? Does pasture raising chickens actually matter? That's a big thing in the homestead community. We'll talk about that a little bit. We do pasture raise our chickens as much as possible, by the way, so we're not knocking it, but I'm gonna get a little controversial in this class. I'm gonna tell you things that other people might not tell you, or things that people really like to get on a soapbox and preach, and it might not actually be true. So we're gonna go over all of that. So the different breeds, different sources, all that stuff if you want to get into raising your own meat birds. I'm gonna help you set a budget. So we'll talk about how to calculate feed costs, where to get your feed, how much you should buy at once or ongoing. If you take this class, every year when I start to order our chickens, I look to the people who take my class first. So if you wanna get on a group buy, usually I buy about 100 chickens at a time. So I get a pretty good discount on that many chickens. And so if you want in, you can just get them off of me, you know, about the same price. Or if you only want 20, you're gonna pay close to double what I'm paying for chicks. Feed, I buy in bulk feed. You only need 400 pounds, I buy 2,000 pound totes. You'll be a part of my group buy group and I can help lower your feed costs. We'll go over all of the equipment, how to do it cheaply with pretty much whatever you already have in your kitchen. If you cook, you have all the tools that you currently need to butcher a chicken, and I'll show you how to do that. If you want to get into doing a lot every year and you want to invest in this equipment, you're going to get hands-on experience with all this equipment and then decide if you want the equipment we have. We'll tell you about other equipment, the pros and cons of other equipment, how much you should spend, how much you should budget. And then again, if you take my class, I only rent out my equipment to people who take my class. Every once in a while I'll do it for somebody who doesn't take my class, but I gotta know them, kind of trust them. But if you take my class, you can rent my equipment for 50 bucks for the weekend. Kind of hard if you don't live in my area, but if you do live in my area, that's a huge benefit. Spend $1,000 or rent it for 50 bucks. It's up to you. So again, huge benefits outside of just taking the class. You get into a lot of these group buys, but I don't want to sell it as like a group buy class. If you never talk to us again, I think you're going to get your value. But if you stay in communication with us, if you want to network with us, and not just, when I say us, I mean me, the host farm, all of my network, and all the people that show up to this class, all the people who previously showed up to my class. I'm really trying to build a community around this. Yeah, you get to be a part of it if you take my class. And you don't even really have to take my class to be a part of it. It's just one of those things that you help my farm, you help this other farm, you're helping other farmers, then I want to help those people first. And those are the people who I look to help first, are the people who support me, my farm, my family, okay? So yeah, we're gonna go over every step from A to Z. If you want to sell chickens legally, I'll go over the requirements for that. I will give you the name and number of the head of the poultry the Arizona Department of Agriculture, the guy who's in charge of poultry. I'll give you his name and information. Spoke to him directly. You can get your labels approved through him or not. You don't really need to, but you might as well. We're gonna go through all that stuff. And if you want to sell chicken and you want to do it out in the open, you want to do it legally, I'm gonna show you how to do that. There's probably more that I'm already forgetting, but I'm gonna teach you as much as I possibly can. And if you take my class, you can come back to any one of my future chicken classes and attend it for free. I learn something every class. I learn something every time I process. I love what I do, so I'm constantly researching and learning more stuff. I always add it to my class. So if you took my class, you know, a year and a half, 2 years ago, whenever my first one was, I can't remember, and you want to come to these other classes, you are welcome back for free. I want to teach you once, then you're in my network, come back. I also give discounts on my pigs and my pork. So if you take this class, I really just want to convey that I try to make it more than worth your while, where you're not only going to get the value of the class, you're going to get more than that value after the class. And if I can't deliver on that, I mean, I can only do so much, right? Like, I can lead a horse to water, can't make them drink it. So my goal is to lead you to that water. It is to get you everything that you need to be successful doing this. And then if you want to drink that water, if you want, you know, it's not Kool-Aid, but if you want to drink that water, you can drink it with us, right? Anyways, if you guys have any questions, any concerns, you want to know anything about the class, send me a message, comment below. I highly recommend going to my Instagram, just Cahuenga Farm, same as my YouTube, or my Facebook, and finding us on there, messaging us there. I don't typically check YouTube all that often, but Facebook and Instagram, I try to respond. You know, I look at it a couple times a day and I try to respond to people who have questions. So if you're interested and you want to sign up, hit me up, and I'll be posting this on Facebook and my Instagram and all that other stuff. So hit me up there and we'll get you signed up. So it's September 21st, 2024. If you're interested in a future class, you can still message me. I'll put you on a list and contact you. I won't be personally doing any on our farm until 2025 in the spring. That's when we're back up and running for meat birds. We're done for the year. And then I also plan on trying to host some Phoenix classes. I do have one farm I'm looking at, and then hopefully we'll have a couple other farms that want to join in. But yeah, I really hope you guys can come to this class. I love hosting this class, to be honest with you. I'm a big introvert, and I like to just sit on my farm and do farm stuff all day. But teaching is something that I really enjoy, and this class kind of gives me an outlet to share all the weird stuff that's up in here. So I hope to see you guys at this class. If you have any questions, you know what to do already. I'm gonna keep blabbing if I don't stop this video right now. So see you guys on the next one.